What's up everybody, hope y'all are doing well. So it's no secret that SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures don't exactly have the widest selection of energy effect parts available. And continuing on that notion, there are really quite a few signature moves and attacks that we can't quite perfectly represent when posing these guys in our displays. So that's where this video comes in. I'm going to pitch you guys on my take of the top 5 effect parts we need, part 1, energy effects. Now these are considering figures which are actually available at this time, so effects for characters like Majin, Vegeta, and Boo won't be in this video. But now before we get into the list, let's kick things off with a few honorable mentions. So first is some form of Hawkeye Energy. Now granted, we really only have one figure who's capable of generating this energy, but arguably you could use this with Frieza and Goku as well. I just think it would be cool to have this in the case that we do see more Gods of Destruction down the line, like Champa, Belmod, Jin and Liqueur. But hey, I guess Goku Black's Kamehameha charge effect could work for now. The next shout out goes to a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken effect. I think it goes without saying that this would be a pretty popular effect to have with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Not only was this pretty much his ace in the hole for a long time in Super, but I think this would fill in the gap for many collectors, including myself, who missed out on the Kaioken Goku effect part. Now the last one I want to mention here is the Energy Waves effect shown with Broly way back in like 2014 or something. Now granted, these are sort of an upscaled version of the size of the modern aura effect parts we have today. They still circle the whole figure, and I think having these would help to add some unique posing options in our display. So at number 5, I have sort of a mild one here to get things rolling, and it's an upgraded aura effect. Now what I mean by this is not only an upgrade in terms of how the effect would look, but for the transformations it's used for as well. The yellow and blue aura effects are fine for what they are, but where's the intensity? Where's the effect aura we can use to really bring the ruckus with figures like Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Battle Damage Gohan? Heck, even Cell to give him that super perfect vibe. I think a new aura with some sort of lightning parts you'd plug into an effect stand would really help figures pop more in the display. I mean, you can't tell me that in the end you'd be satisfied by just having that bland original aura effect on all your Super Saiyan characters. It really doesn't do a lot of justice for them. Okay, so coming in at number 4 is a Beam Struggle or Clash effect part. Now of course, what other clash would be the go-to other than the Kamehameha vs Gallic Gun? Surely one of the most iconic beam clashes in the series aside from Gohan vs Cell, but I think that'll look pretty boring as both beams are the same color essentially. With the Gallic Gun and Kamehameha, you could get a pretty cool color scheme going on here. And yes, of course, there would be some issues to deal with first, like the size, and whether or not this would run in a straight line or come in some sort of swivel so you can have Vegeta in an aerial pose and Goku on the ground like in the anime. Alright, so at number 3 we have an effect part I'm sure a lot of you will like, as with the recent hype around the Goku Black figure coming out of nowhere, causing the figure to skyrocket in aftermarket prices when it hasn't even been released in North America yet, is a pink energy scythe for Goku Black. Now don't get me wrong, I'm glad they included the beam sword effect part with him, and I can't wait to review it, but I think a scythe would look so much more menacing. And I mean, let's put it this way, say you have your collection on display and someone who barely knows anything about Dragon Ball walks in. Don't you think it would look more badass if Goku Black was holding a pink scythe effect, just to help distinguish him from the rest of the 6 or 7 Goku molds you have on your shelf? Now again, this really didn't make it to number 3 because of necessity, more so because I think it would hold much more magnitude with collectors because of how popular the figure already seems to be. So coming in at number 2, I got a Final Flash effect part. Seriously, if you've been watching the channel for a while now, you'd know that I keep asking for this. I mean, no matter how or where you have Vegeta pose on a stand in Final Flash form, it just doesn't look as epic without some sort of crazy sparking flex of energy coming off him, let alone just from his hands to really recreate a Final Flash. Because let's be real, I'd say one of the key differences between Final Flash and the Kamehameha are the charges. Final Flash is just so much more violent, and we desperately need an effect part to recreate this. Come on Smasher, we haven't seen an effect part for Vegeta since the original Scouter release. This is something I'm hoping for. So my number 1 would be Piccolo's signature move, or one of them anyways, this Special Beam Cannon. Now aside from my hopes that we see a 2.0 Piccolo or even a Battle Damage Piccolo like we discussed in the 2.0 video, I think a Special Beam Cannon effect part would look crazy. And we can already tell that from some of the Cannon Beam effect parts that are on the market. Now I put this up at number 1 not only because it's probably one of the most iconic attacks from Dragon Ball Z after the Kamehameha, but its shape is just like no others, and I really think that this could come out looking pretty crazy. I mean, unlike the Kamehameha and Final Flash, Tamashii has an opportunity to create an effect part that has variations in coloring right up to the end. Blends of yellows, orange with slight hints of purple here and there. I think this would look dope. Alright guys, so that was my take on the top 5 effect parts that we need in the line today. Part 1, focusing on energy blasts. Now of course this video is just opinionative, so please don't leave comments being like, yo bro, you chose that over that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and as always, may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Peace.